Hello friends, today we are discussing about how does a transformer work, working principle of transformer. So let's go into it. Whatever you are watching here, this is two coils. One is a primary coil, another one is secondary coil. They are placed very close to each other. So whenever there is an alternating source connected to this primary coil, the current will circulate along this coil. So along this path, there will be an flux produced from this coil. Flux will generate from this coil. So whatever the flux is producing, whenever this flux is linking with the secondary coil, nearby coil, so there will be an induced EMF in the secondary circuit. We can measure that EMF also. That is due to mutual induction principle. Whatever the EMF induced in this first circuit, that is due to self-induction principle. So now I am going to explain step by step process how a typical transformer works, how the EMF induction takes place, how EMF is induced in the secondary coil, how the magnetic flux travels in along the core magnetic path, and then how the secondary parameters we can represent on the primary side. So let's discuss about this in a similar step by step fashion. So I'm just trying to produce a core here. So whatever you're watching, the rectangular box, there is nothing but a core. Without core also we can do, but the leakage reactance and leakage will be too much high. So whenever we are using core, as it is a high magnetic material, so whatever the flux is there, magnetic flux is there, it will try to follow this whatever path, entire path it will try to follow. So that is the main concept of using a core here, magnetic core here. So this is the core. So let's place an primary circuit on this core. We are just going to place one primary winding on this. So whatever turns you are seeing here, we just wind on it. So whenever you are applying, this is the primary circuit. So whenever you are applying an alternating current of say for example some Vm sin omega t voltage to the primary circuit, because the circuit is closed, right? So what happens due to the closed circuit, whenever voltage is applied, so there is a chance for flow of electric current. The current magnitude is purely limited by the resistance and the reactance of the circuit. Okay, so in this case the impedance will purely determines the current. So we don't have any circuit or any other circuit or any other loads on this magnetic path. So we can say the transformer, the material, the core, the coil is operating under no load operation. So it will draw some current. Current will pass through this core I naught. Whatever the current will flow, there will be a flux produced in this coil. That is true, right? Whenever a coil or anything carries current, so there is a chances of EMF production. Say this is the thumb is carrying current. So whatever the curl finger is there, the fingers are there, the direction indicate the flux production. In this case also similar way. So the current is circulating in the anti-clockwise direction, hence the thumb whatever it is there, it will represent flux direction in the core. So the whatever the current it will draw, that purely depends on V minus E by Z, where E is the applied voltage, E is the self-induced EMF in the circuit, Z is the impedance of this circuit. So due to this flow of current, there will be a flux set up in the core. This is the flux is phi m here. So it is the flux, it will trace the path of this magnetic material. There will be some different leakage flux also, but still due to the high magnetic material, ferromagnetic content, the flux will trace the path of core, as it provides a low reluctance for when compared to air. So this is about the primary circuit. If we are placing any other circuit or another number of turns on any path in this core, it can be on anywhere. So it can be on this primary winding also. No, there is no problem at all. Distance doesn't matter. So let's place one more coil, but before that let's watch about self-induced EMF. what is the EMF induced in this primary coil? The EMF induced will be E1 equal to d phi by dt. This is as per Lenz's law. So it is similar to Newton's law also. Newton's law, what it says, whenever action is there, for that equal amount of reaction will be there. So this is also a similar way. So why EMF is inducing here in the circuit? That is purely due to the applied voltage, and that is purely due to the applied voltage. So the current I equal to V minus E by T, V minus E by Z. So the d phi by dt is nothing but phi m sin omega t. If we differentiate it, we will get cos. So here if we replace that omega with 2 pi f, you will get this formula here. So for that is with the maximum value, for getting RMS value, divided that with square root 2, so you will get this 4.44 formula. So this is the basic formula. This is not only for the transformers but for induction motors. Wherever self-induction or mutual induction principles are there, we can use this principle. So 4.44 BFTA 10 power minus 4 is the formula here. Generally we will take area in centimeter and B in Tesla, F is frequency, T is number of turns. So as we provided everything, there will be an EMF induced in the primary circuit. So let's place secondary circuit on it. So whenever we are placing a secondary circuit, say we placed some turns on it, in secondary circuit also there will be an induced EMF, because secondary circuit also it is embracing, it is seeing the variation in the flux. So there is a induced EMF, open circuit voltage will be there in the secondary circuit also. So the secondary circuit is due to mutually induced EMF. Whatever the flux produced by the first coil is linking with the second coil, due to that there is a EMF induction. So if you are connecting any load to the secondary circuit, then there will be a chance of flow of current in the secondary circuit. How the current will flow, that is the thing here. How current flows, that is purely based on Lenz's law, purely based on the back EMF concept, purely based on how much the load can carry. Yeah, that's what Newton law says. So let's say this is what this is the direction of flow of current in the circuit. Why? Whatever the current flowing in the secondary circuit, it will always try to oppose the cause producing it. What is the cause producing here? Here the magnetic flux, whatever phi m is there, that is the cause for producing this flux in the core. That's why there is an EMF here. That's why there is a flow of current in the secondary circuit. So it will try to just oppose the flux produced by the primary circuit. So what happens? It will just try to provide opposing flux. So this is the opposing flux. For producing the opposing flux, it will carry current in the circuit. So current in the circuit in the anticlockwise direction. So now what happens? Let's understand the circuit. Whatever I2 load current is carrying on the secondary, that the equal amount of load current will be carried from the primary also. Why? Because say I equal to V minus E by Z. Here what happens? Due to the there is a secondary circuit is opposing the EMF, right? So what happens? Opposing the flux, right? So what happens? The EMF, the flux observed by the primary coil also reduces instantaneously. So whenever flux is reducing, so the EMF induced E1 will reduce. So V minus E is reducing, so the difference will increase, and the current, there is no opposition or restriction to the applied voltage, so it will see more current in the primary circuit. So the current will be more. Whenever current is more, flux will be more. Whenever flux is more, there is chance for again EMF buildup. So it is like negative feedback circuit. That's what here I am showing by arrows. Whenever E1 is decreasing, the current will increase. Whenever current is increasing, again E1 will increase. This is to and from motion, so it will keep on act. All these things are happening in a fraction of microseconds. All are instantaneous. So like this transformer works on this negative feedback or back EMF concept. So this is the coil we observed in first slide. This is about the transformer principle, guys. In future we are going to discuss many more topics about each thing in a detailed manner. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments or anything, then please comment in comment section. Bye.